palindrome number. You know what like a palindrome number is?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so basically,
same backwards and forwards.
yeah, so you basically, what you want to do is, yeah, basically like print, like, just like return like whether or not it's a palindrome number, given the input. Um,
Mhm.
the input size, you can, like, under constraints, it's like, uh, it's a pretty large number. Uh, so you should like account for that. But yeah, that's
All
whether it's
right.
true or false, you just return that.
Okay.
If you need like a hint or something, I can.
All right. So I think for this problem we could use a two-pointer technique. Actually, I'll code the pseudocode first.
Yeah, just like
So
do
yeah,
like your just like your right, like English, like, or like just like quick, like type out like
yeah.
what your thought process is, and then.
Okay. So first, I think we could convert uh, oh, okay. So we need to convert the integer to a string. So that would allow us to access each character that's in the number, and then use a two-pointer technique.
Okay.
So basically, oh, go
So
ahead.
how's okay? So how so?
All right. So basically, with the two-pointer technique, you're gonna check if after we convert the integer to a string, if it's a palindrome. So we're gonna call it the first pointer, pointer 1. It's gonna start at the beginning of the string. And then pointer 2, it's gonna start at the end of the string. So at both of these pointers, you're gonna need to at both of these pointers, you're gonna compare the character that it's on, and then you're gonna move them towards each other.
Okay.
And then you're going to repeat this process until both of the pointers meet each other.
So how do you deal with
Or
even and odd, like, length, like
sorry,
digits,
or
strings?
cross each other. Yeah, because actually, what do you mean by even or odd?
So like
Because I think this should count for like both of those cases, right? If they either meet each other or they cross each other.
so if they cross each other, right? So one pointer will be passed, like, more towards the right, and then another pointer will be more towards the left. Uh, that's what you mean, right?
Yeah,
And then so how do you determine when something is not palindrome? Does it have to does it have to reach the end?
I mean, we're constantly comparing the characters from the pointers. So if there's a mismatch, then we can already determine during that process that it isn't a palindrome, and we can just stop there, right?
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm not finished on my pseudocode. Do you have any other questions before I move on?
Nope.
Okay. So, well, I guess, so if it does reach the end though, then, I mean, if it reaches the end, then reaches the end, and then, and by that I mean all characters have a match. Then, okay, X is a palindrome. Okay. So, should I code the solution first using C++, or you want me to explain the
Okay. There's one more point.
yeah.
So how will you deal with negative numbers?
Oh, for negative numbers, could we check first if the first character in the string is a negative sign?
Yeah.
And then, yeah. And then if it is, then we'll just start the pointer at like whatever the second character of that string is.
So is a negative number ever palindrome?
Oh, right. Oh, no, it wouldn't be. All right, I see that in example 2. So, oh yeah, so this, for this pseudocode right here, it should already account for that then, since, I mean, since the locations that where pointer 2 and pointer 2 start, it's already gonna show a mismatch.
Okay.
All right. So, should I explain the time complexity and the space complexity now?
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be good.
Okay. So, the palindrome, um, the palindrome check involves going through half of the string, which means that'd be O of log of n. And actually, I should probably label these. Oh, I forgot. We need to convert the string, or we convert the integer to a string. That will take O or O of log of n. So since
Is it
both of these
is
take,
it O of log of n or is it O of n?
oh sorry, or oh sorry, it should be x, right? Because that's the variable of consideration here, given an integer x.
So x is but so when you're converting is it actually the number x or the number of digits in x?
Or what do you mean?
Like
Wouldn't it just be,
x is like let's say x is 365.
mhm.
are you using 365? Are you are you are you are you basically doing operations on 365 characters, or is it
Oh,
uh
sorry. Oh yeah, this should probably be n then, I guess, which is the length of s, right? Okay. Um, yeah. So then, I guess the time complexity would just be O log of n.
and so so when you're converting the integer to a string, um
Mhm.
is it is it actually like log n? Because you're you have to check every digit. You have to basically do
Mhm.
operations on every digit. So would it be n, or would it
Um,
still be log n?
oh, right, because it would be linear growth.
Like let's say you had
So,
1,000 digits in your number,
um,
you would have to basically go to each one and convert, or like yeah, like you would basically have to go through each one, right?
oh
Or
yeah.
is the or
So,
is the conversion something less? Like is it actually log n?
um, actually, yeah, I think it would be log of n. Yeah, because yeah, sorry, I'm not sure why I thought that would be. Yeah, I'm not sure why I thought that would be log of n. Um, and this would just be O of n then. Or,
All right. So, um, and you're comparing basically digits from the front and the back, like towards the middle.
mhm.
Um, so, like, is the check palindrome actually uh log n,
um,
or would it be n divided by two?
oh, O of n divided by 2.
Because how many comparisons are you making?
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Um, oh yeah, that would be. But actually, oh yeah, I think so. I mean, I've done the two pointer technique before, and I thought I remembered it being of O log of n. I don't remember why.
So you're moving through like the you're moving basically through like like an integer string,
Mhm.
right? So you're performing operations on you're basically like going to every character, every digit character.
Yeah.
Like you're not only seeing some of them. So that's why it's like login. But if you can start with the code if you feel like you're ready.
All right. Um, okay, so um, it's just the solution that I have to code. I don't have to code the main.
Yeah, you could just like use like a function and return like a boolean, and
Mhm.
the input is going to be like an integer. So
Oh yeah.
so you just
So
have to
I
return
guess
true or false whether or not.
so here we convert the string to or we convert the integer to a string, and then here we initialize the pointers. Actually, I should probably comment this code. Just be the length of that string. And here we're just going to have a while loop. Oh, actually, this should be -1. Yeah. So then here we just that's supposed to be minus minus. So then here we're just we're continuously incrementing the left and right pointers until they cross each other. So, and then we just continuously check to see if there's a match. And if it does make it through that loop, then it's a match. Then we'd return true. And oh, I think that's it.
All right. Sign in left.
Oh, let's be comma there, or a semicolon.
So for this last part, can you just run me through like uh, this function using a few inputs?
What do you mean, like
Like
so I don't think
show
we're allowed to use a compiler.
just like it doesn't have to be a big like large sample size. Just like uh maybe like use like a 1-digit string, maybe a 2-digit string, and then maybe like a
Okay.
string with like a negative.
Okay.
So we got like an odd number string, an even number.
Okay. So okay. So I guess I'll just use some of the examples from the screenshot. Okay. So I have it on the Google Doc. So there's 723 and negative 121.
All right.
So if so 7 gets plugged in, then we convert 7 to a string, and then we initialize the left and right pointers. Since the string has a length of 1, then the left pointer is going to be equal to the right pointer in value, which means it's never going to go through this loop. And basically every single, or if it's a single character, then it's always going to be a palindrome. So it's going to skip this loop and automatically return true. Now for 23, going to be we're going to convert that to a string, and then the left pointer is going to be initialized as 0. The right pointer is going to be initialized as 1. So when it goes through this loop, it's going to check for it's going to check 2 and 3, which is obviously not a match, so it's going to automatically return false and then skip the rest of this code. And then negative 121, we're going to convert that to a string, then initialize the pointers. The left pointer is going to be initialized as 0. The right pointer is going to be initialized as 3. So when we go through this loop, the left pointer is going to have the negative sign as its character, and then the right pointer is going to have 1 as its character. And obviously that's not a match, so the function is going to return false and just skip the rest of this code.
All right. Can I ask you to do just one more, like with 4? Like 4 digits?
4 digits?
Yeah.
Should it be a palindrome or?
Do like a palindrome.
Okay, I guess 1331. Okay. So we'll convert that to a string, and then we'll initialize the pointers. The left pointer is going to be initialized as 0. The right pointer is going to be initialized as 3. So it's going to so in this loop, we're first gonna check the 0 and the indices 0 and 3, which is 1 and 1. So we got that as a match, and then we're going to move the left pointer right and then the right pointer to the left. So we're moving them towards each other. And then now we're going to compare the first and second indices of the string, which is 3 and 3. And obviously that's a match. Now,
The next iteration.
In the next iteration, the left pointer, it's going to have a value of 3, and the right pointer is going to have a value of 2. But this loop checks if the left pointer is greater than the value.
Is it 3 or is it actually 2 and 1?
2 and
the indices.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. So yeah, so it'd be 2 and 1, and then this checks if the left pointer is less than the value of the right pointer, but since it isn't, we're just going to skip this code, and then it just returns true in the end.
Okay. So next part. So I think your solution was like good, like it was like simple, good solution. The only thing is that the I think maybe the int variable, because remember the constraints for like the numbers, 2 to the 31st minus 1. I think unsigned int can hold that value, but if it doesn't, you might need to use like a different int type that can hold it. But I think this is good.
Well, actually, I'm not sure how the values of the pointers can be negative though, because it's basically the indices of the string, right?
Yeah. So
I'm not sure how it could be negative.
I'm sorry. It wasn't the unsigned, it wasn't the indices, but like the actual integer. But so that was good. I think the only thing that I would say you should improve or could improve on is being like more confident and just asking more questions. Yeah, and just yeah, that's pretty much it. Talking out loud. But yeah, your thought process, how you walk through the solution, I thought was like great. And yeah, you asked like very good questions, and the only thing I can say is like you just have to practice more.